Welcome to the Agentic Overhaul. Today we're going to be transforming a static chat, removing hard-coded UseEffects, and integrating LangGraph's memory saver in order to unleash dynamic artist tools. We'll be coding it live. I'm going to jump right in. So I will share my screen and we'll start coding. I've already got my app running and we've already defined our first task. First task, we're going to update our use chat context to remove the hard-coded effects for comments. Then we will be adding create react add agent, which is a pre-built LangGraph agent. Then inside of LangGraph, I'll be using memory saver. And then finally, we'll create an artist comments tool, a new tool which will get all the comments associated with an artist. I've already told Cursor to plan out the first task. I actually don't think I did. Your scratch pad still needs updated first. So step one, I need it to update its scratch pad. Let's see if it'll actually do it this time. Update this file. Oh, I'm in chat. I'm in the wrong tab. So first thing I'm running into, if you're upset that the changes you're telling it to make are not actually changing a file, you might be in the chat tab. To fix it, go over to the Composer tab. I'm going to clear out to be in a new instance of this. And instead of being in Cursor Rules, I want it in Roadmap. Let's go back to that chat, go up to the top, copy the initial prompt that I sent, if it'll let me. And now we paste it and hit enter. I hope I'm in agent mode. Yeah, I'm in agent mode. Now it should actually make those updates to get us started. Gonna make sure we don't have any comments yet so far. We do not. Perfect. This first task will be me actually removing functionality from the app. Right now we have this use chat context hook, and inside of it, we're always passing the comments back to our LLM, which just feels like too much context and not essential for what we're doing. So let's see what it is suggested now. Remove the hard-coded comments context from use chat context. The current implementation add comments to the chat context through a hard-coded use effect in use chat context. This needs to be refactored to maintain a clearer and more focused context. Current state, use chat context has a hard-coded use effect that adds comments to chat context. Comments are being included in the context unnecessarily. Context currently includes both artist data and comments. Required changes. Locate and analyze the current implementation. Identify all the places where the context is being used. Remove the use effect. Ensure the only context contains the active artist. Verify no regressions in chat functionality, and then test. First phase is analysis. Scratchpad is now ready, yada, yada. The plan follows. Would you like me to proceed with the implementation first, or would you like to review the plan first? Proceed with first phase analysis. Proceed with first phase analysis. I just wanted to get more understanding before we move forward. I would like to see the actual implementation it plans on making. It's done a little bit of research. The AI then goes back and updates its scratchpad with the findings from its research. Hopefully it's going to give me some specific code blocks so that I can verify not only does it understand the goals, but it has already identified the specific parts of the code that need to be updated. Okay, so it's done its identification. Findings, the current implementation. It's a simple hook that fetches comments when selected artist changes. It uses get comments by artist ID to fetch the comments. It stores the comments as stringified JSON in state, and it returns only chat context in its interface. It's used only in use messages. Chat context is passed to use chat's body parameter. Chat context is also exposed in use messages return value. No other components directly use the context. Removal strategy, since comments will be handled by the tool in a future task, we can safely remove the comments logic. Need to update use messages to not expect the chat context. Update use chat body to include artist ID and room ID, and remove the get comments by artist ID imported from. Okay, it looks like it's going to pass in the artist ID in a different place instead of in. I think I have a preference on a different architecture, but I'm going to allow it to proceed for now because the overall direction seems correct. Current implementation only fetches. The hook is only used in one place. The removal strategy is clear and low risk. Comments functionality will be moved to the new tool in a future task. Only one component needs to be updated. The change is isolated. Proceed with the second phase of implementation, please. Okay, it's going to start by updating where the hook is used. It should now be deleting. Okay, we're keeping the hook. I was hoping we'd keep the hook. And then we return just the selected artist. So way simpler. Now use messages, which should be the only place using this hook. It's deleting the context. I don't understand why. Let's see if it makes any other changes, because I think we still want the context there. Where else is this being used? Use chat context is used inside of use chat context where it's defined, and inside of use messages where it is consumed. But it looks like we're now removing the context, which makes this unused, right? It's also exported, but is that ever used anywhere? Use chat no, this is never used. So I'm going to manually remove this. I think this task is done. It was a pretty simple update. Body will pass in the context. I think that was how it was before. I'm going to Control Z to get back to wherever context was passed in as chat context. I have now updated it to do the same thing. I think we're now done with this task. The only other thing, let's check out cursor rules. Changes made, removed the comments related code, updated chat context to return that, removed context. I didn't want that, so I unrolled that. And then we cleaned up the unused imports. Now we're just in the testing step. Proceed with verification. I will do that verification. Let's head over to the chat and refresh the page. I'm just going to send a chat message, and then this time we should hopefully just see like a simple response. Let's verify the bug exists by going to chat.recoupable.com/new, which should be the domain to start a new chat. And I'm going to show what it looks like in prod, as well as what it looks like locally, so we can verify that there's a difference in the change that I just made to update the context for our agent. Let's enter in just a simple hi. Nothing elaborate. I would expect a simple hi to just come back with a hello world or something else that is just as simple. You know, I didn't ask it for any info. Just give me a simple answer. Takes a while to think. Longer than ChatGPT takes to think. There's another bug I want to think through is why is there so much time between I send a message and then I get the response from the agent? And so you can see I just sent hi, but we're getting back, welcome to our fan page where we celebrate our amazing supporters, and then it starts spitting out a whole bunch of profiles. It's not what I was expecting. Let's see what happens in the new chat. Is this error important or is it hydration? Okay, we'll ignore that. I'm going to try to refresh this page to see if that error goes away. Hopefully now that we've removed that extra comments context, we are just going to get back a simpler answer, but let's find out. hi. Send it. While we're waiting for the response, I'm gonna push these changes, go over to my roadmap, copy the entire ticket name, add in all the changes, paste the comment name, commit it, sync the changes with my branch that I've already checked out to. Do we have any response yet from the server? Still waiting. And as always, it might be faster to just test on our deployed versions. Everything gets slower when I start to stream, and running a server locally gets decently slow. So let's try just going to GitHub, opening up a pull request, and see if we can build faster with the deployed version. Still waiting for a response on my local server. All my changes today should be relatively simple, which is how I usually like to keep it. Who do we have down here? Who's the blue guy? Dev Puffer. I don't know who Dev Puffer is. Looks like Ziad, but Ziad's over here on the left, so I don't know what that other account is. Any updates on a response? Oh, we finally see the thinking text. What are we going to get? Hello, it appears there's no available fans data to display at this time. So it seems like we have hard-coded our response to think that that exists. Let me check out the API endpoint to see what it is we're actually prompting. Let's go into app, API, chat, route. Inside of here, we see that we're already using LangGraph with OpenAI. We pull out our context, our room ID, and then we create a memory, and then we format a response, and then we stream the formatted prompt. Let's check out what our formatted prompt is. We're creating a system message by getting the system message. In our system message, do not include descriptive text before or after, answer the questions only given. Please try to include accurate data about fans, including their names. What is all this? Let's see what's inside of here. Please provide a wide range of HTML formats, embedded yada yadas, margins and padding. Please do not include any color styles. If there is a list of data, be sure to use it. All right, so where are we actually saying that answer the questions only based on the given fan data? Based on given context. Please try to provide accurate information about fans, including their names. If fan context is provided. Let's see what those changes do. If that fixes it, we'll go to a new chat. We'll send it again and see if we can get a more refined response without all the filler text. When I say hi, I should get a very simple response. Let's keep going with setting up the branch while we're waiting for a local response. Oh, I'm in prod over there. Here we are. How did we add 10 minutes on? Oh my goodness. Time flies. I'm going to go ahead and just push this change. Let's try to test in our deployed instance. Simple remove specific mention of fans in system prompt. Let's commit and push. See if we got a response. This looks closer to what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be in a new chat, which it was not. So let me come back over here and refresh the page. And I'll send it again. But I think at this point I can probably start testing. Just events that are failing. For cells passing. So let's start. I'm going to crash my. Do I want to actually crash? Let's sit on the deployed for now. I know it's going to slow down my testing a little bit, but I need to. I'm looking for a way to better. Sure. So that's and so hopefully my local server testing in the cloud will speed up the ability to get to while I am. Are we still here? Looks like the stream's still. What's Something's going on with my Wi-Fi. It's a stormy day down here in Buenos Aires. Por favor. Hey Google, what time is it? Okay Google.